Welcome to Emerald Coast, ladies and gentlemen. This is my first time loading in right here, and ironically enough, I'm greeted by a kangaroo, which I thought was very fitting, as the kangaroo are the talk of the town, if you will, with the upcoming Emerald Coast release coming out June 20th to the public. I continue watching this guy for a little bit longer, and then I do make my way into, of course, looking for some more kangaroo, and I find my first little herd here. I noticed that they are in the resting mode right now. Later on, I discovered that they do not drink until midnight, up until 3 in the morning, which is, of course, night hunting. So I stuck with the resting time zone for these guys for the most part. I was able to find this herd, and then a little bit further up north, I found another herd. Of course, these guys had some healthy sevens and eights in it, but you're gonna see that I spot a 9 legendary. There he is. This is only 20 minutes into me opening the map, guys. This is the second herd that I find for kangaroo. They look, well, adorable, if you will. When they are resting, they go on their backs and they do all kinds of cute little movements. But I promise you, they're not always cute. We shoot him right there, and I actually initially didn't realize that he dropped there. I thought that he was going with the rest of the herd, but he was not. He was laying there dead. And so the only thing left to do there is go and pick this guy up. While we walk to go pick this guy up, I do want to say the kangaroo tend to be very active and they move around a lot. We shot this guy in a resting zone, and in the previous clip, they were also resting. And you guys could see they're up, hopping around. They lay on their backs, they'll roll over and stretch. They do a lot of things, a lot of animations involved in these guys, so be careful when you are out hunting them when this does release. Um, they're like hunting a red fox. They're very thin for the lungs and the heart. This guy does end up finishing diamond at 507.05. I initially thought that maybe he'd be max weight, but I think 145 is max weight. This guy was 142, so he was just short of that. We use a 7 mil, which is the gun that came out with the high powered pack with the latest gun DLC. We taxi this guy and then we move on. I did manage to find a couple kangaroos go aggressive. This was one of my better clips here. He comes running right on in on us. As you can see, he is in aggressive state. Um, it's kind of funny because I thought maybe he was going to walk right on by here, but he did turn back around. So I thought that this was, I didn't want to move a lot. I wanted to wait to see what he would do. This is the first time that I had one attack me, and I did not realize that he actually would throw hands. We had a reinforcement come in. I don't even know where he was from, because his herd originally was leaving in a different direction. Nonetheless, we had 2 kangaroo ganging up on me. They finally had enough. They are off to their races. We're going to move on to some crocs here. In the northeast part of the map, there is a beach, if you will, all along the coastline for the most part. And this is the very beginning of it. As you can see, there's still trees here, but it clears up where I shot that guy at. Um, Obviously not grinding for a diamond right now with the early access, so he was a level 4 male. I just shot him just to see what would happen. He obviously went into the water. As you guys could see, his vitals did not go down before he reached the water, and they do float. Obviously, I fast forward the clip here. I placed a tent for early access stream. We will be hunting them on stream, but he ended up floating back to me. So that is encouraging. I continue up to find some zones here. This is the resting state. They don't have a drink time. Um, I forget what this is. I think it's maybe 12 to 16 is the resting. Nonetheless, we keep going down the beach here. A lot of females I noticed, but I wanted to see if I could get them to go aggro. And sure enough, I'm busy paying attention to the water, and I have a female running right at me, and she is aggressive. This is the first time I've really let one attack me. Obviously, they bite at the feet. Reinforcement gets called in from the water. That's cool. I have not had one come out of the water as an initial aggressive. I don't know if that'll happen, where you won't even see it till they come running out of the water. That'd be really cool. But that's the crocodiles, guys. Moving on to some goats, guys. I did find these guys on the left side of the map. I only found this single uh, body of water so far with them. I searched a little bit in northern. I don't think they're gonna be up there. I haven't done the entire southeast part of the map. This is on the more western middle of the map. But anyway, I wanted to use a 223 since that is getting a buff, I believe I heard. So it did drop this guy with ease. However, it did not drop him like super fast. It's good to see that they gave some attention to the 223. I know when the modern rifle pack came out, I hunted feral goats specifically with it, and it was worse than what this was. I shot this guy from, I don't know, we'll say about 200 yards, and I know before I was getting like 110, 120 yards away from him, and they ran even further than this guy did here. So they did do a little bit to it. Obviously the 22 250 coming out. They wanted to balance the guns, if you will. Here we are. We are coming up on the harvest of this goat. These are one of the animals getting a reskin. That's why I wanted to hunt these guys as well. As you can see, I have the highlight of the animal off. That way we can get a natural look at him. They did do a lot of good detail, I think, in the beards of these guys. And in the face, they look a little bit more detailed as well. Very happy with this. Alright guys, I'm going to end the video here, and I'm going to leave you with a map of all of the outposts that I have found. And this is the known drink times that I have found as well. The crocodiles are not on here, because technically they're not drinking, they are resting. But I believe that that is 12 to 1600. There is a lot of content that I did miss out on this, I know. Obviously, I will continue making content, and we'll get some more stuff pushed out in the upcoming week, hopefully. If you guys do enjoy the content, please hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to push YouTube a little bit more than I ever have, so I would appreciate that very much. Y'all take care, and we'll see you on the next one.